Man, I can't wait to get this thing in the water. Still have a lot of work to do before that though. Oh, that came out great. I did a better job on this half, pretty much because, you know, while I was doing the first half, I just got all the kinks worked out. And I ended up using a gallon less resin on this half, even though it goes further, like it overlaps onto the other half of the pontoon. And other than just being, you know, less messy, I think it all comes down to putting the right amount of hardener in the resin and just paying close attention to that. Because if you put too much hardener in the resin, then it hardens too quickly, and not enough, it doesn't harden quickly at all. It can actually take days if you don't put enough in. But in the first one, I noticed that a few times when I was putting new fiberglass layers on, the layer below had already partially hardened. And on this one, I was much more careful with the resin. So every time I was putting new fiberglass on, it was going against a wet layer. And that saves resin because the two layers going together kind of have this shared resin space, where the one layer, it'll have like little gaps and voids, and the next layer can kind of fill in some of those spaces. And the glass will take up more of the space, so it doesn't need as much resin. So I'll have to remember to keep doing that. Hopefully I can do the other whole pontoon just like I did this half. Hopefully. Another cool thing I've noticed in doing all these molds is that the first thing you put in a mold with the fiberglass is always the hardest one to get out. And I guess it rips off little bumps and stuff. Because every subsequent thing I've put in molds has always come out a lot easier. And this looks like it's coming out real easy. So great. I just checked the weather, and it's supposed to pour rain tonight. So I need to figure out what to do with this thing so it doesn't fill up with water. I think I'm just going to try to get it out of here and flip it over and put it somewhere. Easier said than done though. It's like 30 feet long and I don't know how much it weighs. Not that much, it's just big. Well, I think that's out of the way enough that I can just make the next one. Oh, marvelous. Not when it's about to rain. It'll take me a while to get everything ready to do the next one anyway. I can probably cut all my fiberglass pieces today and get everything waxed. And I can always do a bit of sanding on here, you know, between other things.